What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. So much is going on this past week, including today. It's just going insane with Cherubini's announcement. The market has really stirred up, and people have been asking a lot of questions. But let's start off with more of a laughable buyout, at least to me. Maybe I'm missing the mark here, but Hidden Armory got bought out, and it's a card that I've always loved. Of course, you do have one other version from a structured deck, so not the easiest card to get in general, but the super rare version's bought out. I love Hidden Armory, but if this is for Evil or Cursed Eye, you already have a Foolish Burial Goods in your deck, you have so much search power in your deck, and you really want your normal summon and getting monsters on board. Not getting your normal summon in Curse/Evil Eye. Big think. And it's the only thing I can think of that would be hyping this. Don't you dare say Noble Knights. How is that going for you? Nice regional top here or there, but no YCS cred, huh? This is just so weird to me, so off to me. I don't see why, and I would even imagine the Noble Knights want their normal summon. They want to get the Isolde, actually, in her own archetype. If you're doing this for Cursed Eye, I just don't see this as good. I do think it's a great card with a high ceiling in the future, depending on how equips are made. But for now, I'm not seeing the ends that will justify the means of why did you go for this? Now, in a pretty good buyout, Destrudo, the Lost Dragon's version super rare, is headed towards $9. You can still get it under this market price over on eBay, though. There's no pictures. Oh, no, that's what's scaring me. And then, I guess that's not a buy it now there. So turning the buy it now is only, it does quickly head towards that $10 mark as well. But there's one cheaper for just a moment. In my opinion, this card is really good. You're going to see Boral Savage Dragon come out. That's a pretty good secret rare, and synchro at that. And then you have just so much going for it as a link material, as an ends to a mean, Yazi Brio. You have so much going for Destrudo. I really, really like him, and until he gets actually maybe banned from the game, I think we're going to see him in heavy meta gameplay, despite that half your life point cost to bring him back out of the graveyard. And of course, always pitching him from hand's a bonus. There's just so much you end up doing with him, and so many decks you'll play him in until he's actually hit. Mathematician going up for, as I understand it, Orcust, not for Burning Abyss, sorry, but maybe BA is hyping this a little too. Let me know if you're a BA player and you think you would actually have room for this over, say, the Dangers and Rhino, etc. He is a 3, helps you Cherubini, I suppose, but in my opinion, it's Orcust hyping this variant of it overall, from what I have been told. I'm not an Orcust player. I have a lot to learn about the deck. I might end up trying to, on the stream, get to play against, like, players with the new support. I rarely play ahead, but I really want to understand this deck and the hype behind it. And overall, there's so many budget versions of this, you don't have to worry. But if you do want the nicest, shiniest, secret, rarest version of this, it is getting bought out in droves. So Orcust has been hyped all week. Again, I'm sure some Burning Abyss players will choose to play this, but kind of a weird mix of a buyout there. Speaking of buyouts, Valkyrie Brunhild is the one that got bought out. I would have expected Mischief of the Time Goddess and Rite of the Valkyries to be the one to be bought out first on the Valk stuff, but Brunhild here is what was targeted and what was slurped up. Very interesting to me that the really most necessary pieces here are not what got bought out, but instead Brunhild is first to go from the market completely on both platforms, it looks like. Let's do lowest price first and see where we get 13 new listings. So people are quickly willing to sell. They're saying, please take my card, give me the money at this price point. So still, it's weird that this is the first one to go. I definitely would have thought in many aspects that these two would be going first. Danger Nessie, you know, we've seen Snake going up, we've seen Jackalope going up. Now Nessie was plunging towards 32 during the offseason, back up towards 40 here, and actually, simply unlucky. Shoutouts. Didn't think I'd be shouting you out on Market Watch, but I've seen you a lot more on YouTube lately being active, but also on eBay and TCG Player. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen you on TCG Player also, so simply you with the cheapest Nessie on eBay. Very interesting stuff. It's nice to see tubers get active in the community and kind of like, I know he wants to do a store one day, so I wish you the best of luck, and it's nice to see you have competitive prices as the Fallout happens there. But overall, yeah, it's interesting that all the necessary pieces of the Danger engine continue to go up, and especially I think there's more of a core strength to investing in Dangers, as we have now seen that in Dark Neostorm we will have continued Danger support with a spell card from that press release, so we can assume in the next set there's Dangers, and the set after there's Dangers. That's pretty comforting that they're not just going to cut it off early, since we're getting so many cards per set for them. Fiendish Rhino Warrior, y'all, we're some mad lads. A screenshot from last night that I posted in the community tab, thanks to Masao. It was at $50 low on TCG Player last night. Y'all some savages. Y'all crazy. But over here, we do see similarly on eBay, 27 freaking dollars, bought out to an insane point. You can still get your rares very, very cheap. Actually, I guess this is the common. But yeah, rares, also very cheap. Just be sure to, add them onto the orders whenever you're looking around. But if you're looking at max rarity, it's going to be a while for any of the pieces like Skarm, even the highest end pieces of Burning Abyss. It's crazy what one announcement can do. We knew it would eventually be coming, but I guess before WCQ season really sparked it. It's just insane to see this grab, this impulse buying when we've known this is coming from so long ago. $84, $88 low for Tour Guide Ulti versus a market price of $60. I mean, this originally started at what, $35 once Cherubini was announced and went towards $50 swiftly, and we've just known forever, but now yeah, it's confirmed. I need it. That's a bit of a crazy mentality to me, but at the same time, I do get it. You finally know that it's in time for the WCQ season, and you want that max rarity deck, huh? You can't help yourself. And it's just always this mentality that makes me question things. Like, you knew it would eventually come. Why not just get it ahead of time? Why buy it out later? I know it's not just vendors buying it out, like it's actually people grabbing it for their decks that causes this once it's already at that higher point. So just this weird duality in the market of buyouts, of predictive buyouts, letting things slide back down, and then that hype of release. The announcement, the shot heard around the world causing something like this. It's so weird. I'm reviewing this again on Market Watch just in case people don't know. I've been asked about these more than I think any cards. Herald of the Arclight and, oh, well, there's a spoiler. Megazaborg, that shouldn't have been there. But Herald of the Arclight and Megazaborg keep getting brought up. And basically, the Devil Ritual support seems relatively broken. Megazaborg, after you reveal a Devil Ritual, summon another, get a replacement to your hand for those materials. Those things you summon, so you still have 5 cards in hand, and then you tribute Megazaborg with a light, and you're able to pop off. That seems very powerful for the Devil Rituals, as long as you're not getting hand trapped. Yeah, hand traps tend to do that, but at the same time, it's so powerful, ripping 8 out of your opponent's extra deck of your choice, and then sending materials from yours that are going to end up plussing so hard for your ritual decks. It's hard to imagine not wanting to at least try it. Rescue Fair has been brought up with the Burning Abyss stuff. Should have been one tab over. People keep asking me about it. They're like, should I be grabbing Rescue Fair at Rescue Fair? There's a common version now, and I get the first at highest rarity could spike, it could go up, and people could enjoy it. I think Phoenix Flare X just posted some FTK with Rescue Fair too, if you want to check that out. But I actually haven't got to watch it yet. I just saw the thumbnail, so probably should have watched it before Market Watch. But it's, I guess, if you really think you want first set originals, to grab them sooner than later. But it's just not a starter card, it's an extender card. We all thought when Cherubini was announced that this would be the goo, but it's an extender, but you're gonna have to get it out. So I feel like Dangers have kind of done for the deck what you would have wanted Ferret to do in terms of getting stuff to the board. I just don't think Ferret really has it at this point. You're not going to wait a whole turn to summon it, but you're going to summon that Cherubini. So, like, really, are you going to special 2 and then summon him and hope you don't get hand-trapped, question mark? Like, I think the Dangers just do a better job at what they do. Oh yeah, there's the Borg. A little bit late here, but yeah, as you can see, he's at pretty high prices, so people are just wondering why it keeps getting rebought out. Incantation's continuing to get new support every single set that we didn't expect from the sets before somehow. Yeah, that would be the reason why, and I assume they're wrapping it up with the incantations, but it's generic ritual support that also could be its own deck. It's just kind of this weird mix. Finally, Slifer the Sky Dragon, the jump versions. I didn't know they went back up this high after so long, but the thing about this is there was like a warehouse found where people like sold tons and tons and tons of this version, and originally it was 125 before that fallout. It fell all the way down to 20, and it's crawling back to here after all this time. I think people really just like this artwork. It's the only way you can get this artwork, and it makes me think of a future investment. The Dark Side of Dimension movie pack, there are a ton of unlimited ultras, but the first editions of these being like $1-ish to under $2, I would definitely be getting first editions of this altar art as well. I saw so much hype around the actual judge tokens that will be coming out, and this art specifically. So I do think that altar arts are something to be had. I think over time they will go up, and I'm thinking they won't print the movie pack again, but who really knows how many times they're gonna try to push this into the ground. But yeah, there are so many copies of this, but we've seen a huge quantity of copies of another altar art, which I do think is way more badass, but we've seen a huge quantity flood the market of this before and over time go up. I think this is a pretty solid investment over time, but hey, I could be wrong. It's a collectible card. That's my opinion. What's your take, guys? And what do you think of today's Market Watch? I know it's just a lot of insane stuff. I just finally now am catching my breath with it. There's so much going on. Can we just have like a week without bots? Can we all just like chill? Can we get the decks we want now and chill for a week? The news has all been so insane. It's been so inciting and exciting, as it were. So it's interesting. But subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation. And again, I really do want to hear what you think. Like, what do you think? Do you think Destrudo is a good buyout, or do you think it's just gonna head back towards that $6 price? I think it's eventually gonna be bought out over and over and over again for competitive play if it's not hit like banned, straight up banned. But a card like this, I love Hidden Armory, but I don't think you're going to play it in Evil Eye, period. So what could really be hyping this? Let me know in the comment section down below about stuff like that, too. Also, thank you so much to the Patreons. My video yesterday got demonetized. The biggest news of the year so far, Cherubini's announcement. Why not just demonetize the video for not family-friendly content, huh? I'm not family-friendly enough, boys. Too edgy. 3 edgy 5.